hit record. All right, here we go. Welcome to day 3 of the basics workshop, creating an impact and income online. I am super excited to come talk to you guys today. I feel like all 3 days were topics that are very near and dear to my heart. And today, especially because I find that we often do not give ourselves this time to sit back, to step back and really think about what it is that we want out of our business, what it is that we want out of our life. And I think that this is so important. So we have already talked about who we serve. We already talked about what we help them with. We talked about social media and how to show up. And I told you every single day that this isn't about you and this is about them. However, we are here to serve other people. Yes, I told you this wasn't about you. But that was the content and that is the work that you do. Your business is about you. Why else would you have started this? I know you're going to tell me, I want to help other people. I want to do this. I want to do that. And which is true. However, there is a deeper why. And I know that you've heard about, your why needs to make you cry, all those things, but I'm going to simplify it for you because when people used to tell me like your why should make you cry, I could never come up with something because I was still placing my why on other things. I was placing my why on my kids, on my family, on the things that I wanted to do. And I really wasn't focused on what did I actually want. And so I know that there is a desire inside of you to make an impact, but also make an income. You guys, we are in business to make an income. Why else would we start a business, right? Why else? We don't just start a business to pour in all this time, to do all these great things, to not make an income. And it's okay. You are allowed to make money. I am giving you permission right now to say that you are allowed to receive for what you put out into this world. You are allowed to make money. You are allowed to have financial freedom. You are allowed to dream big. Yesterday in my Facebook group, I asked you guys, what is the biggest thing that's holding you back from building your business? And almost all of the answers were mindset. In fact, if I think about it, and I think I looked right before we started, all of the answers were mindset. Everything was, I don't feel good enough. My insecurities. What if I fail? What will people think about me? Business is 95% mindset. Mindset work is always going on. We are constantly doing mindset work. We never arrive anywhere. I used to think this. I used to think that, okay, I'm going to do the mindset work. I'm going to get rid of these limiting beliefs. And then I thought I fixed my phone for Instagram, but I guess I didn't. So I will be tapping. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm tapping on the screen because it keeps going black. Okay. So, I had this thing where I was like, okay, I'm going to bash this limiting belief. I'm going to get over it. And then I've arrived and that's it. I don't have to do this work anymore. And I believe it was last year around this time that I had the epiphany. I was working on my money mindset and I had the epiphany that this is ongoing work. We never arrive. We have to start to really, really enjoy this work and do this work even when we are not struggling. Do this work even when we are not struggling. I need to be, both of us need to be working on our beliefs, our money mindset, all of these things, even when we feel good about it. Because at each new level, we are going to come up to something that's going to be a roadblock that we're going to have to work through, that we're going to have to say, okay, I'm here and now I got to go again. And when you can be doing this work on a consistent basis, pretty much every single day, you're going to find that it's going to be so much easier to shift through the things that are coming at you. Also, having a coach really helps with that, FYI. It isn't just reading a personal development book and then calling it a day. It's about getting uncomfortable. Hello. Getting uncomfortable with doing the inner work, with facing your triggers, with facing the things that you don't want to look at, because that's what's going to unlock the magic. It's about healing your relationship with yourself so that you can do the things that you want to do. 100% of the time, the reason that we don't follow through with the things that we want to do, the things that we desire, the things that we crave in our life is because we have a horrible relationship with ourselves. We have been taught to hate ourselves. We have been taught to say that we're not good enough. We have been taught, like, it's ingrained in us. It's ingrained in our subconscious mind. And we play this loop over and over and over again. And we have to undo that loop, and we have to create a new loop in our head because we are worthy. I'm getting there. So like I said before, that's amazing that you created your business cards. You should send me a screenshot and I would love to look at them. So you can have all the strategy in the world, but if you don't have, and I've already said this like 18 million times over the past 3 days, but I'm going to say it again because it is so important. If you do not have the belief, if you do not have the energy, and you do not have the passion, it's not going to take you anywhere. Your current reality is a direct reflection of your past beliefs. Let me say that again. Your current reality is a direct reflection of your past beliefs. The first time that I heard that, I was like, back the fuck up, sister. No, it's not. And then I had to sit with it and get uncomfortable and think about it. I'm like, holy shit, it is. And when I heard that, and when I made the flip of, okay, my mindset right now is going to create my future reality. So I have to constantly be working on that mindset, and I have to constantly be growing, and I have to constantly be evolving. And I have to, and it doesn't have to, like, I know this sounds like work and like so hard, but it's like fun. Like my morning routine, which I actually didn't get done yet today, but my morning routine is fun. I enjoy doing this work because I know that it's going to up-level me. It's going to make things so much easier in my life. And so when, you know, you're thinking about this, it's uncomfortable to look at it because we think it's scary. It's not scary. It's creating our future. And when we can create these beliefs to create our future world, like think about the world you're living in right now, your house, your business, your relationships, your money relationship, all of that is from whatever you believed 3, 6, 9, 12, 2 years ago, whatever, months ago, right? So if we want to look back in 6 months and say, holy shit, look what I created. That work is on the day-to-day basis with your mindset. So here is the thing. You were born worthy. You are worthy of success. You are worthy of massive income. You are worthy just as you are. We believe we're not, but that's fucking lies. You are worthy just as you are. You have to start creating that belief inside of you now. Our subconscious mind runs the show 95% of the time. And we have to reprogram it. We have to reprogram it because we are so programmed from what we saw as children. And I'm not blaming anybody. Let me say this very loud and clear. It's like, don't blame anybody. But we have been programmed. We have been programmed from our parents, our grandparents, the people we saw growing up, what we saw on TV, what we see on the internet. Our unconscious mind is programmed, and it plays this program loop. However, there's a secret to that. Like, you have the power to change that programming. You have the power to reprogram your subconscious mind. You just have to be aware of it, and you have to start making the choices, the thoughts, the things that you say. You have to be very intentional with all of that. It's not about beating yourself up because of what you did in the past. It's not about beating yourself up because of what you think, whatever. Like, no, it's about, okay, I had this thought. That's interesting. Now, how can I change that so that my thoughts support me? What is the actual truth? What do you want out of your business? What do you want out of your business? No, seriously, really, what do you want? How many times do you allow yourself to put the blinders on, to not think about anybody else and think about yourself and think about what you really want? First things first, if you can't come up with anything, come up with what you don't want, right? What I have found working in network marketing, direct sales, all that stuff for 12 years, then launching my own business, I have a construction business with my husband, all of these things. is a lot of people will start wanting things that they don't actually want. We see our mentors hitting this certain rate. We see this coach making this much money. We see this person buying this. We're seeing this person do this. And all of a sudden we're like, oh my God, I want all of that. Then you set the goal, you go to work, you don't achieve it. You don't achieve it because you don't want it. This was like a huge fucking wake up call for me in 2019, let me tell you. Because I was like, I want this rank. I want this big team. I want to make this much money off of this network marketing business. And if you don't know my story, in July of 2019, I hit my largest income month in network marketing. And then in August, it crashed. It crashed like all the way down. Like it was, I was banging my head against the wall and I wanted to hit this so freaking bad. And then I had to ask myself, because it was crumbling. And I was like, what do I want? I say I want to hit this rank. I say I want to do all of these things that corporate is telling me to. Is that really what you want, Ashley? And when I sat back and I put my blinders on and I didn't think about anything else, I didn't think about my husband. I didn't think about my kids. I didn't think about my upline. I didn't think about anything but me. I didn't want all that. I didn't want all of that. Yes, I wanted financial freedom, but I also wanted time freedom. And I didn't want what came with all of that. And a lot of times we don't see what comes with the things that we want. And so I don't want you to want what you don't want. Put those blinders on, get out your journal, and I want you to brain dump all of the things that you want. Allow yourself to dream big. Allow yourself, the coach that I was working with last year, she used to call it the dreamer room. Allow yourself to step into this dreamer room and dream fucking big, because you can achieve anything that you want in your life. I want to ask you this. So we know what you want, right? We know what you want. How will success make you feel in your business? Okay, sounds good. If you have success in your business, how will that make you feel? I want you to get detailed as fuck. I want you to create the vision. I want you to write it out. I want you to write a vision letter. I want you to do a vision board if that's what speaks to you. Allow yourself to go there. Do not think about how it's going to happen. The rest of the story of my little stint, my network marketing thing, and well, not thing, but in my business career, my entrepreneur career in 2019, my goal was to hit $8,000 a month that year. And I was working my tail end off to hit that $8,000 a month. I was doing everything. I was working 8 to 10 hours. It was probably, my kids probably hated me that summer because I was on my phone 24/7. I got to I think 4,500 in July, dropped down in August. And that's when I said, what do I want? And then I started to ask myself, how would it feel to be successful? What does that look like? What does success feel like? And so I came up with all of these words, and at the top of my head, I can't think of what they were at the time. These change from time to time. These can grow and evolve. And I started to allow myself to feel those feelings in September. And I started to do things differently. I put my phone down. I started to pour into myself. I started to feel the feelings of success now and create those feelings every single day. And in October, in the first 2 weeks of October, I received 2 checks that added up to $8,000. They did not come from my network marketing business. And that was the moment that I realized that I couldn't focus on how I was going to get anywhere, right? Yes, strategy is important. And I'm here to help you with the strategy and the steps that you take, because you do need to take action. But it's important to know how you want to feel. It is important to, sorry, there was a text message. It is important for you to get clear on that stuff. And so that on what you want, how you want to feel. So on a daily basis, you can create that in your life, because that's going to release the resistance to what you're trying to call into your life. And when you can release that resistance, then magic happens. And that's exactly what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. So now that you're clear on who you help, what you help them with, and why you're doing this for you, I want you to, and P.S., I want you to remind yourself daily of why you're doing this. I always write affirmations out That's a way that I remind myself. Last year, I didn't do this year, but you could totally implement this. Is last year I wrote like a vision letter to myself, kind of like a vision mission statement for the year of the way that I wanted to feel. And I posted it up in, I just thought of something. I posted it to my nightstand so I could roll over in the morning or before I went to bed, and I could read that and I could remind myself of the way that I want to feel, the way that success would feel, the way that I want to feel through the year. And it kept me on track of where I was going. So make sure you're able to remind yourself on a daily basis. I want you to ask yourself, who is it serving for you not to show up? Because a lot of people are holding themselves back because they're worried about what other people are thinking. But I want you, instead of thinking about those other people, like, let's put them aside for a second. Let's put these other people aside for a second. One of the girls in my mastermind that I'm in, she called it the invisible humans. Let's put the invisible humans aside for a second, right? And I want you to ask yourself, who is it serving for you to not show up? By holding yourself back, whether it be because of yourself or worrying about what other people think, you are doing a huge disservice to the people that need you and yourself. You know, those dreams that we just talked about, you know, the way that you want to feel, you are doing a disservice to yourself and to those people for not showing up and doing what you want to do and sharing with people what you want to share with them. Because you can completely change someone's life with what you have inside of you. Like, you have that burning desire inside of you for a reason. Here's the thing. Other people's opinions are none of your business. I know we've heard that, right? But this too. Other people's opinions are not your problem. Yes, they have a problem with you. That is a fact. And if you followed me, you realize that, like, I've had to deal with haters this whole time, and it's fine. It has nothing to do with me and everything to do with them. But they have a problem with me. I don't make it my problem. I let them have the problem. Like, I don't need more problems in my life. I got enough problems in my life, right? So do not allow other people's opinions to be your problem. People are going to judge you no matter what you do. So I want to ask you this. Do you want to live a life afraid and sheltered? Because I know this. We get this one life to live. Maybe we have other lives. We're not going there. We're talking about this one right now, right? One life to live. Why not take advantage of it? I don't know about you, but I don't want to come to the end of my life and be like, oh my God, I wish I did that. I wish I did this. I wish I would have spoke up. I wish. Fuck that. I would rather take fearless action. I would rather do things scared. I would rather fall flat on my face and pick myself up and keep going. I would rather do things wrong. I would rather have people make fun of me. I would rather do all of those things than to get to the end of my life and be like, oh, I wish I did that. I wish I would have spoke up. I wish I would have helped that person. That's going to get us nowhere. Choose to be the person that leads by example. Choose to show up for the people who need you, not the people that don't. Choose to show up for you, for your dreams, for your desires. Remember, the way that you choose to see yourself is the way that people will see you. If you are judging yourself, if you don't feel like you're good enough, people are going to feel that and they're going to see that in you. So you have control here. Like, we don't think we have control. You have control here. When you can change your mindset and you can say, okay, I'm worthy. I'm a leader. People are going to see me in this way. They're going to see you in that way because you are going to exude that energy out into the world. Again, energy is everything. You will trigger people and people will trigger you. I know. It's hard when we're triggered, right? Like, a lot of people are triggered right now. A lot of people have been triggered for over a year. You can see it all over the place. The difference between them and you is you are going to have the awareness when you are triggered to, instead of react, you are going to look inside and you are going to do the inner work and you are going to move through that trigger and it's going to feel good. Because when you were triggered, there's a reason you were triggered. It's trying to tell you something. But instead of like looking at it, we tend to push it down. And then what happens? We fucking blow up. Like, everyone's blowing up right now, right? Everyone on the internet is blowing up and they're mad. It's because they're not willing to look at their triggers. They're not willing to be self-aware. Your number one superpower is awareness. and then like vulnerability and then boundaries and then all these things, right? Like we have lots of superpowers, but our number one superpower is self-awareness. And when you can have that self-awareness, it's going to allow you to do the things that you desire. It's going to allow you to create that massive impact and income that you want to online. So, sister, you are here to do amazing things. And I want to guide you through this process. I want to help you create this impact and this income that you know will change the world. I want you to imagine this. I want you to imagine in 6 months, you have made a commitment to yourself. You have decided that you are going to feel the fear and you are going to do it anyways, and you are going to show up. I want you to think about where you would be if your business started to create momentum, if you started to have extra income into your life, if you started to help multiple people with your service, your product, your offer, whatever it is. And I want to help you do that. And Ignite is officially open. Ignite is officially open and ready for you to step into this container. Ignite is a 6-month container that has everything that you need to take your business from ground zero to momentum. When you look back in 6 months, you will feel amazed by the amount of momentum that you've created in your business. You will realize that the commitment to yourself directly affected the massive impact and income that you are now experiencing. You will continue to grow into new levels of success, and it will become easier and easier. I created Ignite for you. Not only will I guide you to create and launch your offer, I'll also help you create momentum and a profitable business. Like, this is about results. Mindset, strategy, accountability, and results. I'm gonna hold your hand and walk you through this so you do not have to do it alone. I know what it's like to do it alone, and it is not fun. When you have somebody that can be like on the outside and can look in, I can see things that you cannot see. This is why I will always work with a coach, because she can see things that I cannot see. And I need her to tell me the things that I cannot see so that I can continue to grow and I can continue to evolve and I can continue to make a massive impact. So what do you get in Ignite? Ignite is full of all of the things, you guys. This is going to be the closest way to working with me besides one-on-one coaching. This is the only way for you to get actually group coaching from me. Moving forward, all of my programs, there is not going to be a group coaching aspect to them. There might be a live Q&A, but it's not going to be on Zoom. So with Ignite, you get access to all of my current programs and all of the future programs coming out. This is a 6-month commitment. So you're going to get access to It's a Vibe, which is my social media program, creating magnetizing social platforms that'll attract your ideal client with ease. You are going to get the Confidence Revolution, which is going from feeling scared as fuck to show up to feeling confident in your own skin, in your own message, all of those things. That is one of my favorite programs. It has 3 modules, it has 21 journal prompts, and it really gets you to step outside of your comfort zone. You get access to the Power Pockets Masterclass. This is a masterclass that I taught, teaching you how to build your business in small pockets of your time in your day. And then as I was talking, I realized that I want to add something else in here. So I'm going to add, I did a goal setting, or like I'm going to call it a goal setting workshop. I think I called it something else, but I did a goal setting workshop for my group, the Confidence Club. And I'm going to throw that in there because I think that's important. And that's like kind of everything that we talked about today. So that's like 5 trainings of breaking down how to really set yourself up for success. We talk about feelings. We talk about what you need to do in order to like maintain that feeling so that you can keep showing up. Of course, if you're in Ignite, you're going to get that. You're going to get all of that because I'm going to be there weekly helping you. In April, I'm going to be launching, or in March, I'm going to be launching a program called Launched, and it's going to break down how to launch everything. So we're going to go from creating your offer to actually like moving through a launch. And I'm going to tell you how you can do that so that you can create that impact and income. Plus, in Ignite, you're going to get weekly training calls. These are going to cover mindset of a successful business owner, branding yourself, content creation, growing your audience, creating your offer, narrowing down your niche, selling your product, and so much more. Like there's going to be so much stuff in there, you guys. And then each week there are going to be weekly live Zoom group coaching calls. So this is where the magic happens. This is where I'm going to be hands-on in your business. This is where not only do you get to learn from me, but you also get to learn from other people because it's a group coaching atmosphere. These are my favorite containers because we work when I'm helping somebody else. Not only do you get to learn from what I'm teaching this person, but you also get to see me coach other people. And that gives you experience and that helps you to coach other people. This is powerful as fuck. And one of the really cool things is if you're going to get in on this, this first round of Ignite, as I'm building it out. So the weekly training calls that I talked about at the beginning eventually are going to transition into a weekly group coaching call. So in about 3 months, there's going to be, or it might even be sooner, I'm not quite sure, but there will be 2 live group coaching calls. So you have 2 chances to work with me closely in these group coaching calls. And then you get a private Facebook group, and there's also a VIP upgrade for one-on-one Voxer coaching. Basically, it's a walkie-talkie app, and you get access to me 24/7. We can sit there and chat. I can walk you through whatever it is that you need to work with. It's like coaching on the go. I am here for you. I'm going to be there for you the entire time. The pay in full bonus for this is you receive a 60-minute one-on-one coaching call. And then if you guys have any questions, I would love to answer it. But that is day 3. Ignite is open for registration. We start on February 1st. The cart closes on the 31st. Is that right? Yes. The cart closes on the 31st. I am not going to be opening up registration for Ignite until May. So, and I can guarantee you that the price is going to go up in May. So I want you to think about this. How far along could you be in May? Like we talked about 6 months, but just in like a couple months, you would be so much further along in your business if you committed now. Okay, let me hit